Hey everybody, Butterbean the Hamster here. I want to start a Hamster 101 series. In the first episode, we will be talking about hamster diet. The first thing we need to talk about is hamsters are omnivores, which means they eat meat, vegetables, and seeds. They are not herbivores, which means they do not purely eat vegetables and seeds. In the wild, hamsters would get their meat intake by eating small insects, and they would scavenge for food such as seeds and plants. Firstly, let's talk about what a hamster's main diet should be. I use Higgins Sunburst Gourmet Blend for hamsters and gerbils. This is a really good blend because it has a 15% protein on it. Hamsters do need protein, especially since they are omnivores. Higgins has a good blend of sunflower seeds, smaller seeds, which dwarf hamsters especially like, and other dried vegetables. One thing in Higgins Gourmet Blend, which I think is a bit unnecessary, is these Timothy hay pellets. They do not need Timothy hay, and Butterbean especially just ignores them completely. And when he finishes his bowl of food, if there is any Timothy pellets that I did put in there, I do throw it away because you do not need them. Some people actually pick them out. Next is the amount of food that you should be giving your hamster. This varies, especially if a veterinarian tells you a specific amount, but I like using a tablespoon amount. This is good for Butterbean and normally all hamsters, because it normally takes them about 2 days to completely finish their food. Hamsters should also have access to fresh vegetables and fruit. Since they cannot have a lot of sugar intake, fruit should be varied and given as a treat. I recommend going to Victoria Raechel's channel, which she has a lot of good recipes on healthy hamster treats that you can give to your little hamster. For hamsters, meat is a varied subject. Like in the wild, they eat insects, so you can give them dried crickets or mealworms. I do not recommend giving them live because it can be hard for a hamster to catch a cricket, and mealworms can bite. Finally, on the topic of meat, cooked chicken or beef can be good for your hamster. Also, you might want to look into lab lox, which is a type of protein-based and meat-based food for your hamster. Next on hamster diet is their water intake. Hamsters do need water, but you can also use a water bowl or a water bottle. It doesn't really matter because if a hamster needs water, they will get water. I preferably use a water bowl because it encourages to clean out and refill the water more. Some people are scared to put a water bowl into their hamster's enclosure because they think they'll either drown or get the common misconception of getting wet tail if they get wet. This is not true. In Butterbean's enclosure, I have his food and water bowl slightly into the substrate. As long as you don't fill the water up in the water bowl too much and about a little under halfway, it'll be okay. If your hamster does manage to fall into it though, it'll only get its foot wet. You have to remember that you can't just feed your hamster any old package of food that you find at the pet store. You have to look at the ingredients and make sure that it has the proper amount of protein, which is over 15%, and make sure that it doesn't have any stodgy ingredients. Me and Butterbean do thank you for watching this video. We hope it was informational about the diets of hamsters. Bye!